In this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 books that I wish I had read when I started out as a composer. Book 1, Share Your Work by Austin Kleon. Now, this book, in fact, all 3 of his books are just fantastic. And I recommend them in my newsletter as well, because as a creative person, having another creative person writing a book that's basically like a warm hug and a motivational chat and a high five all in one is exactly what we need as composers and creative people. I love creating videos. I love creating podcasts. I love sharing my process. It's a lot of fun and it feels really nice. But I didn't start doing it until 10 years after I started because I was absolutely terrified. Terrified I didn't know what I was doing, terrified I had no authority, terrified I knew nothing, terrified that I would get laughed at, terrified that I would fail. I was so scared of doing this. Had I started a YouTube channel sharing my process, maybe I'd have at least 2,000 more subscribers. I could have helped more people along that way. And that book would have completely given me that lift and that push just to say, hey, dude, just share your process. It doesn't need to be these amazing polished videos. It can be whatever you want it to be. And that book encourages that. Share your work with the world because it is a service. Book 2 is Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. Now, the reason I would have loved this book at the start is because it would have given me so much more of an education about company income and profits and expenses. And it's not like a huge accountancy course. It's a really, really simple approach to making sure that you keep enough profit aside for you and your family, and you keep enough aside for your business. It's really simple. I didn't realize quite early on in my career I was doing something similar. I kept what's called pots. By the way, this isn't financial advice. I'd be like, oh, I've got 100 quid. I'm going to put 1 quid in my charity donation, 1 quid in my toy box. I'd put a little bit of money aside for each little project that I was working on. And that's kind of what Profit First is about. It's saying for all the money that comes in, you divide it all up into these things so that you feel much more in control of your money. And that confidence to be in control of your income is huge. And as creative people, we're often not taught this stuff. We're not warned that you have to be in charge of your money. I know it sounds silly saying that, but you do. You have to be in charge of it, especially as a freelancer. You can't always rely on the paycheck every month. You might have 1 million paychecks or you might have 1 paycheck. You don't know. So having this Profit First system was really helpful for me to set aside enough money. I'm covered for 6 months, a year. This is fantastic. And you feel the weight lift. And that, for your creativity, is priceless. Third book is Rest by Alex Pang. I have struggled over the years with overwork, overwhelm, and blurred line between work and life. Really struggled with it. To the point where I would not let myself go outside and go for a walk because I was worried about missing out on possible work with clients. And this has been really detrimental for me. Having kids has been a blessing because it gave me a routine that I had to stick to. I had to take my children between the hours of 1 and 4 in the afternoon. So I couldn't work then, so I had to work in the morning. And this book, and it gives you the science behind why that type of work approach is actually really healthy, not just for your mind, but also for your creativity. It's all about working less to get more done. Working 4-hour blocks, going for daily walks, taking sabbaticals, taking naps, sleeping longer, being outdoors. It's all these really simple things. But Alex Pang lists all this scientific research that prove that they have a positive impact on your creativity and your life. And that for me was just like, oh, it's okay. Science says that me having a nap in the afternoon isn't me being a lazy bum. It's me actually improving my creativity, allowing my brain to sort through the ideas I have been working on in the morning. And had I had that, I would have embraced that so much more, and I wouldn't have let fear get in the way so much. What are your takeaways from these 3 books? Get in control of your money. Share your work, because your work is a gift to the world, and make time for rest. It will make you a better person and a better composer.